Hi, it's me. I Get Real. It is. I need to wash. I put eye makeup on yesterday and I fell asleep. And I washed my face this morning, but I really need to wash my eyes. I put on only dark colors yesterday, and I'm like I do, like every day, the same thing forever. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I look like I'm just tired. Like I have bags and circles under my eyes. And the reason I say that is I was like, oh, I need to brighten up. And my mind's like, don't use green, it's not your color. And I have some blue, I have some green and some blue and some silver and some beige. I don't use light colors, I don't know how to do it for dark skin. I don't know how to do my hair, I don't know how to do skincare, I don't know how to do makeup, I don't know how to accessorize my clothes. I did take not accessories, but color. I did do one class in the 90s on that said different skin colors and like the blueness or the whatever of your skin tone or lack of blue, what you're supposed to do back then for clothes, and then now it would be makeup, what would be the best for people. And like my daughter knows some of the skincare stuff. I personally, that opened my eyes as a teenager to the undertone of the skin. I saw one woman who had gotten she had paid someone or gotten some kind of, I don't know if she paid them. She got like a makeover, which was to get her colors and what works for her. She was already like European. She already had like that kind of. She had a professional job, let's just say that. So I was like, oh my god, I don't know what happened. You're so radiant today. Like, you always look nice. You always look good. She had the cute glasses, so it reminds me of Sophia My Great Challenge, and I'm just like, you are like stunning. Like, I can't not say something. I saw her outside of Skywalks a few years ago, and she was, oh, I had my colors done. Alright, so the class I took was in the 90s. My kids would see me wearing green shorts, fluorescent green shorts or something, and be like, Mom's in her 90s clothes. Ah! Or something like, actually, my shorts are from the 90s, so I'm thinking it's probably good that I don't remember what they taught me, but it did open my eyes. So I immediately thought to myself, so I watched Sophia My Great Challenge. She has very, very pale skin and dark hair, dark eyes. I immediately thought, oh, she likes pinks and roses. Okay, whatever. But I was like, I should do some reds. And I was like, I don't even know if I would look into purple. The thing is, I don't have any of those colors, and I don't think I've ever, only for eyeshadow, I don't think I've ever had those colors. Ever. Well, maybe, like, who knows what I had when I was a kid. You had all kinds of, like, my dad always buy the makeup. I lost my mail. Was it after Christmas check-in? I was supposed to do scrapbooking with this, try to get the kids to do it. Because I bought a scrapbook thing from Michael's. We just went to the clearance area and bought a whole bunch of junk. I went to the clearance area of Marshall's. Clearance. I went to Marshall's at a dentist appointment, after dentist appointment one day, and I did a few Christmas shoppings. And I don't know if I had actually got anything for my son. I had a horrible relationship conversation with a guy from online dating this weekend, and all I felt was guilt on Christmas that I had got my kid Jolly Ranchers, because he goes, Mom, I've asked for this for 6 months, and I just kept remembering going to Fred Meyer, they didn't have it. Any other store, I went to Fred Meyer, looked twice, and I looked on their online app. I went to Winco and looked twice, and then finally, a few days ago, maybe Friday, last Thursday or Friday, I said, well, I don't have much for my kids' Christmas, and one of the ladies at the old church, I work as a doctor, so people would think, oh my god, you are poisoning your kids. One lady worked at the old church. She had been a single mom for a while, a divorced mom, or single, I don't know, she was married the first time, and then she was talking about some of the routines. She had 3 kids. She had talked about some routines. She goes, oh, you know what I do for my kids? Because it's like, it doesn't mean that you're single mom, you're poor, but for me, and probably for her, is hard. It is, like, you work every day and you still qualify for welfare somehow. Like, you can work, and you can work like me 7 jobs, and your kid has an 8th job, your other kid's looking for work, and you're selling everything you own just to put gas in the car, and you're like still qualify for at least one thing, even if they pay $15 of your rent a month. Oh, your rent is $1,600, we'll pay $15. That's still welfare. So I'm going to tell you that even if they said I'm going to pay $15 or $50. And the thing is, when it comes to that kind of welfare, the owners charge excessive amount of money because they know the government is paying most people. They're not pricing out individual. They're not going to. Oh shoot! I need to water that. They're not pricing out private people. We got to go through this stuff and find a pair of J-Lo pants. I have a feeling they're not in here. Let me think. I don't mark where I have my stuff, so we're gonna chat and look for my pants. Somebody offered me $11. So it's really sad. She said bye. She goes, you know what we do? I get the kids some candy, and we were homeless at the time when we had food stamps, and I had a job, and I had student loan money. I borrow a lot of stuff that's in this house. I gotta put these in there. It was loan money. I'm gonna be paying if I bought a $5 candy bar or $5 worth of candy one Christmas, I'm gonna be paying $500 to $5,000 for that stupid candy bar. Think about that when you do loans. We had food stamps. I said, she goes, we buy candy, and then New Year's Eve, we save it, we put it in the stocking, we wait till New Year's Eve, and we eat it while we're trying to make ourselves stay up, and maybe watch movies or watch TV and have family time with a snack. Especially if you're poor and you don't have anything. People talk about don't let poor people get sodas and snacks and chips. And like sometimes that's the cheapest thing on the shelf, and you just need calories. Like I'm not trying to say like as a healthcare practitioner, sometimes you just need calories, and it sucks that you can't buy. Like you can buy a 99-cent 2-liter and have something for your kids to drink, a glass of water and a 2-liter cup for dinner. Like not that I do this, or you could have your kids. You could pay $4 or $5 for some Welch's juice, and I mean 99 cents, $4 or $5. See what I mean? Like it gets hard, and people get that fake juice. That's just food coloring and flavor. I don't think it's in here. I had a feeling. So the other basket is. I think that's. Did I dump stuff? I'm gonna dump stuff in this section I just had. No, this is second eBay. Oh, this is I was like, where's the other eBay crate? That's the other eBay crate. So I'm not gonna fill that yet because it's heavy. I'm gonna move that crate over here. So here's what I'm saying. I had Christmas. I wanted it. My daughter gave me the sparkly shirt to put on. She was kind of wearing dressy clothes, and I felt bad that I didn't get in the shower, do my hair. It was a mess. It was really hard. So single mom on Christmas. You take food stamps and go buy one Hershey's. I try to do healthy. One big Hershey with almonds chocolate bar and stick it in the family stocking and save that for Christmas. So people could think, oh my God, you're a bad mom. This is the thing about being a single mom. I'm going to start crying. This is the thing about being a single mom. You're all alone. You're living in a homeless shelter. You have no friends. You have no family. You try to watch Christmas specials. Like, even if you have a TV, for a while we did it, but we got one for $15. Some lady gave me a TV VCR right behind you. The one I lay in. She gave me a pillow. 2 pillows for $15. I think it was $15 for all that. For 2 pillows and a TV to VCR. Because I only reason I got it is because the lady next door was really abusive and she'd stand outside my door every night yelling and being loud and smoking right outside my door, and I could hear her, and it really stressed me out. And I told this lady for my program, she goes, oh, I can buy your TV to drown out the noise, so we just watched PBS or Sesame Street stuff. We didn't watch anything else, just PBS. But you're alone in a shelter, you go to church, Everybody has family and friends at church. Everybody's dressed nice. I always had people tap me on the shoulder because my clothes were so bad. And I was embarrassing myself. I didn't have a mirror. We were in a shelter, like I didn't have a mirror, like I was getting all these used clothes. And like, everyone was, old ladies like, oh my god, you have this on your skirt. Oh my god, your clothes don't fit right. Oh my god. So I was wearing these really bad clothes, trying to dress up. My parents had a lot of money, so they could dress nicer than anybody around. And I was trying to teach my kids to respect God. And like making a fool of myself, and you're all alone. Your relatives don't care. They don't talk to you. And you're eating out of food boxes. And back then, when we lived over there, it was rotten food. It wasn't even like, it wasn't like today is the 26th. Use our freeze by the 26th. The places I went back then, they didn't freeze it. They just left it in the fridge. So you open the package and it smells rotten. And it's moldy. And like, that's the food we ate, and nobody cared. And nobody's supposed to care. They are my kids. Their dad doesn't care. And it's like, somebody yells at you because you were getting $60 worth of food stamps a month while you're working. And you're living in these shelters that aren't like the shelters you think. You have to pay like 95% of your income has to go to rent, and all you're left with is whatever 5% or 2% you have is going to electric bill. And for heat, so you kept the heat off, and you never turned the lights off, and you didn't turn the TV on, and when the neighbor was cussing her kids out every single night, it was like a hotel suite, the shelter. The door had a block on it. What do you call it? A bolt, deadbolt. And you could see under the door. She would sit and cuss and tell how miserable her kids were. So the DHS bought us a radio so I could play Christian music. Because if she's yelled at her kids, she's also yelled at my kids. I was sleeping in the kitchen. It was a shelter, very small. My bed was a futon they bought, and you opened it up. You couldn't open the refrigerator. So if you got a whole gallon of milk, because we're on WIC, you had to try to make it so you could barely get that gallon of milk out because the bed was touching the refrigerator. And the bed was also touching the front door. Or it's like you could open the front door, but if you were in bed, you could probably open the front door. So that's how small it was. So yeah, the one lady yelling, so I got the TV behind you, which I've had, thank God, for 14 years. And the radio that's also, you see in my weigh-in videos, there's a radio behind there. It's the radio that DHS bought me. Because I told her that, I worked her that, and it was the domestic violence grant. So imagine leaving domestic violence and then having that kind of violence. So I told her what was happening, and they bought us pillows and blankets and I think sheets because we had nothing. So it's your way to pay the down payment or the last month's rent, security deposit. I'm going to pull this out of here. So when somebody yells at you because you're working and then you go and buy your kid a candy bar with the food stamps and you're volunteering at church 6 days a week and you're going to school 5 days a week and you have your kids 24/7, nobody helps. One lady at church helped babysit my kids a couple times when I went to my job, but she lived clear across the county, so I had to change my work thing and take my kids with me, and that's not very professional, because you're going to use all your gas. See people yell because you bought your kids some candy that they asked 6 months for. It's Christmas, they don't have anything else. My kids are like, I don't have any clothes. I asked for this candy a long time ago. You keep bringing home chocolate because it's on sale at the Fred Meyer. Because I don't like chocolate, you keep bringing home chocolate. And then I'm like, I need a flat rate. Look, guys, flat rate, USPS. This is exactly what I do. Let's see if that fits. Oops, I threw it like way far away. That thing flies like a paper airplane. And I had so many people telling me what a horrible mother I am because I thought this is what I bought my kids for Christmas. I meant to buy them tissue. They both asked for regular Kleenex or boxed Kleenex tissues. I bought them cough drops, toothbrushes, floss, toothpaste for me. I think that I didn't know if they already had toothpaste or I couldn't afford it. I said they're going to have to use the little packs I got for the dentist. My son is going to go to school 4 days a week instead of twice a month. He wears shorts and holy clothes around the house. So he's going to be in public with all my teenagers. And he's, wait, did I put everything? Oh shoot, I put everything in there. And he needs toothpaste, toothbrushes, floss. I bought him Jolly Ranchers and I bought my son or my daughter gummy worms. And I think they have vitamin C in them or juice. She's been sick. And I wanted them to be able to open something. I got this stuff from Marshall's, which was a couple of, I'm going to start taking some out of these bags, starting to make them. There was a couple of things at Marshall's that were for the house. I got some table salt. I got some pasta. I got some bath salt that looked like it was already open. And a couple of other family items just so they could have something to open. And I did it. Most of this was food. And I didn't get the Jolly Ranchers until I realized that I opened the closet and I didn't have anything for my son for Christmas at all. Except last week I went to. So it's like, oh yeah, here's a thing of salt. And then I got a featured notebook to write in, like a tiny little journal that was on sale at Michael's. All this stuff was just a couple bucks. But then Michael's and I need to sell this. I'm going to sell this right now, guys. Michael's, I'm going to do part 2. And I got to be careful. These get caught on stuff. I should not do eBay around that. Sears was going out of business. I bought some jewelry and things that were broken, missing pieces. And I bought them one toy that my son said I shouldn't waste money. But for like 15 minutes to an hour, one or more of us were playing with the stupid robot toys. And it made us laugh. And so, it is what it is. I could take it back. But I said, they're going to open up all this pasta and salt and toothpaste and be like, okay, there's nothing to play with, even as teenagers. So I thought I'd get one novelty. I was going to get a $5 toy at Target, but the smell of all the plastic and all the VOCs was getting to me. And I looked at a display, and underneath what I got, it said $21. So when I got the receipt, it said $31. I was really mad. I didn't want to spend $31. And I saw some other junk that was a little bit cheaper on the way out. I said maybe I should switch it. But I was feeling sick and I already missed work and I'm sensitive to chemicals, so I told myself, don't worry. Don't worry, just get this item and keep the receipt. I'm usually one that never takes stuff back. What is this? Whatever it is that looks cute to me. Oh, it's a black shirt. I'm gonna sell this shirt right now. So you just wait and see. This stuff is for my clinic. So this is all this. I have this. I have gloves, sterile gloves. No, I didn't get double gloves. I have this. I just feel like for the stuff that I bought, like this and the gloves, I feel like selling it because I don't have enough patience. I don't have enough patience in the clinic. What else needs to go in here? So I filled the other one. I'm trying to sell this Adidas. Anyways, I'm gonna stop and restart. I didn't think I'd start crying, but I had that guy argue with me all the beginning of the weekend about how I shouldn't, like, my kid needs to cook his own food. Like, when you were a 17-year-old boy, did you cook a whole raw chicken, mashed potatoes from scratch, gravy from scratch, everything without a recipe? Did you do that? Like, the thing is, the past year, my son said, I want to learn to cook. We're teaching him, me and my daughter teaching him. And my daughter keeps reminding me, oh, you made this? Did you ask your brother to watch? I said, oh, shoot, I forgot. So then this weekend I made something else. I had my son watch. And we made brownies together. And I didn't even have directions. It was someone gave us Costco without the package. So I had like just the temperature and what to put in it. So we're working on that. But when I was 17, I would have never made a whole chicken or a whole turkey, mashed potatoes and gravy, cookies and cakes from scratch with frosting and like all of this fried potatoes. I wouldn't have made any of that by myself. I would have microwaved some minute rice. I did make some raw chicken in the microwave once because I had a microwave book. I was experimenting with chocolates on the stove. I would reheat pizza and eat cereal, and I could use the toaster. I never heard of bagels, so I'd eat English muffins or toast. Like, that's it. Like, as a 17-year-old girl who loves to be in the kitchen. I was in the kitchen all the time with my mom. She also worked without recipes most of the time. Like, a lot of the time. But I wouldn't expect a child who had not spoken for 2 years of adolescence and never came out of the room to expect. I told this guy when I'm home, he's waiting for me to cook for him. That's what I'm going to do the rest of the night until I get my kid. It's a holiday. Even if he cooked, I said, we ran out of all the food that he knows how to cook, a.k.a. I'm out of money. So we are going to the freezer, the cupboards, and we're pulling out Jiffy Mix. We're pulling out bacon that's been in the back of the freezer. We're pulling out, like that. I bought this big pack from Winco that I separated. We're pulling out chicken the neighbors gave us. We're pulling out potatoes the neighbors gave us. Like, we're so broke right now. We have everything from scratch. And I don't know a ton of 17-year-olds. Especially, like, we don't own a microwave. Like, what do you mean cook? I said, yeah, my kid could say, oh, I'm going to make a steak and a baked potato, but we don't have any steak. So I got to go find a piece of meat that's been in the freezer for a year and thaw it out and cut it and fry it on a pan and try to season it and hope that doesn't just taste like freezer burn when it's done. Like, I'm being really creative. We have some soup. He can make that. And that's about it. And the ramen, he's out of. So I just think that that's rude. We don't have a microwave. It's not like he's pulling some kind of microwavable dinner out of the freezer or some chicken nuggets and fries and putting it in there. It's not like he's microwaving pizzas. We don't have any. We have to make it from scratch. We don't even have any cheese. Bye.